What is up, guys? You guys are doing well. Watching a video of a dog walking a horse. Very tranquil thing right here. So yeah, let's get out of this. Look at these markets. So yeah, just move this over just a little bit, and yeah, we should be good to rock and roll. Yeah, so I mean, yeah. I mean, the thing here, I was looking at, a few of these, and I think the big thing that a lot of people, if we want to, start out by talking about, reverse head and shoulders. Now, it's actually the first time you've seen this on Matic on the, I guess on the daily, you could argue, forming on the daily in a long time. Well, since the inception of the changing of the name. I mean, I don't feel like looking, that far back, but, in 6 to 7 months, it's the first time we've seen this, and then hopefully, if we can keep, some momentum here, potentially jumping up. What's up, Hack Trades? What's up, Johnny M? What's up, M-Ice? What's up, Oz? Yeah, hope you guys are doing well. So, yeah, I mean, the TRX trade, some of these are just, taking their time. Same thing on others. Now, if we look at others, this is the thing that people have looked about. You don't need to be a genius to realize that we are finally forming a reverse head and shoulders. So theoretically, you could come back down to 200 billion, so you could come down a bit more here and still be in that, potential reverse head and shoulders. And yeah, you haven't really seen it this profound in a while. I hear maybe some weird one. That you could definitely argue this drop June of 23. And that, we saw that big run up there. And, I've been talking about how I think that, it could be something like this trajectory, sort of, from that low. That what does that bring us up to, and where's the timeline? So that would be like, I would hope, at this point this seems almost too optimistic, but let's say best case scenario, or 200-300% for your average alt. I mean, definitely possible, if we really start to move things around. So I mean, how long would you have to wait to get that outcome? Let's see, it's May 6th right now. Probably May 10th, May 15th, you'd probably see your jump by then. So a week. I mean, it is a little bit of a boring market lately. We're not doing too much, just a little drop downward so far. Not too much is happening. I did enter, the Bitcoin short that you saw to kind of hedge the bets. I still would be more optimistic about my longs, but yeah, it's more about obviously hedging the bets to be profitable over time. So I had a lot of really good longs there. And now it's more of a waiting game because, I'm just you're looking at your trades, you're looking at everything. Nothing's really moving. Nothing's really happening. You know what I mean? Nothing's really changing that much. So that's what we're kind of looking at here a little bit. Nothing's really moving too much. So yeah, I mean, that's that. And oh man, what else am I gonna think? I mean, trigger waves. I mean, that's mainly your bullish case trigger waves. I mean, that could be what bumps us to 103 again. People get excited. Now, the title of this live stream, obviously, is by Crypto Rover, kind of a perma bull account, and a few other people. Yeah, of course, that's funny how it comes up, right? Is that Crypto Rover? I don't even know what he looks like. I know some people like him, good amount of followers, perma bull. But man, he posts a lot because, yeah, he posts a lot. That's bullish too. Well, everything's bullish here. I mean, even if it's just everything's bullish. But okay, we'll cut. Yeah, yeah. It's just a matter of when. If that's true, that's big.
They'll drop it to nothing. They've already agreed.
Does he repost the same stuff? I don't know. But anyway, what was the freaking? Oh, this. Yeah, buying another. I don't know. Stealth QE. I don't know. Is that officially NQT tomorrow? Who the hell knows? But maybe. So there's that possibility. And then we'll see when we do see that first rate cut or whatever. We'll definitely have to see there. So yeah. What the hell is air frying a crab alive? Oh boy. Oh boy. What are people saying to that? Oh boy. Oh, 2 crabs. Okay. Let's see here. Is this inhumane? Cook them with water, have one, testing for the brain. Air frying them leaves them alive extra. Yeah, that's probably true, yeah. Yeah, it's probably would be considered inhumane. I mean, throwing it into boil, yeah, you want to wait till the bottom. That's probably the truth. That don't look too humane. That don't look too humane. Man. But yeah, look at that. Crab. Big crab. And now, yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna be humane with this, but yeah, let's look at Sui. What's up, yo? Below 85k. Cycle is 80% done. I don't know if it's 80% done. I would say like maybe 60, 75. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's look at Sui. So, yeah, I mean, Sui, you got some Sui, you know. Let's take a look-see here. Yeah, it came down a little bit of that area. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it's just like, you know, you're getting your correction. You're knowing nothing's going to go straight up. So you'd want to kind of hold these general areas, which you might. And like, you know, for the next 5 to 10 days, we'll definitely have to see. But we are dropping. You know, we are dropping. But I wouldn't say anything's too bad. But, you know, can we come back to these lows? Sure. I mean, it's an altcoin. Can these trigger waves form and bring you way down? Yeah, sure. Possible. Don't know if it'll happen, but definitely possible. Cross the whole crowd. True though, that's interesting on Sui, 2 week. So, I mean, it's not like a trigger wave, but it's still, like, this would kind of make sense because you'd probably see a diminished return version of that. So, let me just look at some of these. Yeah, this is probably when no one knew what the hell Sui was, you know. Okay, that was 500%. This was 1,000%. I would say, like, probably your best case scenario would probably be 500%, which, yeah, that brings it up to $10. It could hit $10. I would say like your lower end. I mean, I would hope into June, you know, we could get up to that $6 mark, 666, of course, or 675, and then from there, you know, you get kind of some low, then continue. But we'll see with the Fed and all that. I have a feeling it may be June is when you see your next rate cut, so that's possible. So yeah. We'll see. We'll see what the Lion 2.0 says, what Powell says tomorrow. All right, so that's Polygon. Definitely want to look at AVAX. I mean, everything's coming down a little bit, you know, right there. And there's something we got to talk about that's pretty important. And it's just a minute, after AVAX, maybe less than a minute even. But yeah, coming back down. So I don't know. I mean, you know, double bottom there. You're going to bounce around. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to make lower lows here. So yeah, 2 weeks still looks good. Nothing's happening, but maybe tomorrow is where we finally jump. Maybe. Oh yeah. So others versus Bitcoin here. Ooh. So we did make a lower low, and that really where we are is with the 4-year cycle pattern here. We're really starting to majorly. Well, I don't know if I'd say majorly. We're really starting to invalidate it, kind of. December. So it was December, you know, so this was essentially the beginning of January, about a month later. This was February, it's a month after that. So that was like following that. So that this area is where, you know, following that 4-year cycle on others versus Bitcoin, where you'd want to hold this area. We're below it. Are we below it a lot? No, but it's not getting a good reaction. I mean, if we were to do something crazy tomorrow with the FOMC meeting and do that, then you're kind of still in that 4-year cycle. But now, as of right now, not looking too bueno, not looking the best, unfortunately. But Bitcoin is still kind of holding that 4-year cycle area. So I mean, you know, in terms of that, you know, beginning of the year kind of correction, it wasn't quarter 2, but still generally kind of delayed version of that. There's people that talked about, this market going into Q1, Q2 of 2026. It could happen. I would think more likely Q1 than going all the way into Q2, but we'll see. Because it's been kind of delayed now, but we definitely got to see where prices are in the coming months. I think what would make a lot of sense here, maybe down to 88 and then to jump up, or a trigger wave to continue here. Now, Bitcoin, where do we lose hope? If you're losing 88K, then it gets more dicey back into that range. So you want to keep 88K for now, but yeah. Let's see. Escalation between India and Pakistan. Yeah, it is. It's enough to get the betting odds on Polymarket to be aware of making money off of people betting on that. So that's what we'll say. I don't know too much about that issue. I think we're going to, see probably over the next 10 years, 15 years, maybe 20 years, just more and more countries trying to invade each other and more conflict like that. So that's another one. Russia invades Ukraine. India invades Pakistan, China invades Taiwan, Yeah, there's your potential for World War III in the next 10 years. You got even Kanye West rapping about it. I don't know if I should have brought him up. That nut. But anyway. Yeah. A lot of people are wondering how Eve will do after they canceled this month's Patreon upgrade to redo the roadmap. That's definitely not a good thing. I wasn't expecting them to cancel that. We'll see what happens. That monthly is good though. I don't know if is that a new. Okay, so monthly green hike in Ashy, and that's just because now we're high enough to get to that point. The hike in Ashies, April was green here. I like the hike in Ashy differences better. Let's actually look at because you want to be on okay. So I almost think that diminished return version of this 230 back to no, it's not gonna happen. But let's say like half of that is 150. Probably gonna take longer too. But I think there's potential here. I think this is mainly the next kind of leg. If you this was September 24 to January. Okay, so not a ton of time, but 4 months. This was October 23 to March, so about 6 months. I would think 6, 7, 8 months, hopefully mainly green candles, maybe a red one around the summer. So yeah. Let's see. But yeah. Scared to look at ETH versus Bitcoin. I think it's still above its lows, which would be good. I think tomorrow may be interesting. I just want to see. I think that's going to be kind of an important FOMC meeting. It probably will be your typical boring, nonsense. Not too much is said, but I don't know. I feel like he's going to take a lighter tone on the tariffs because they're being pulled back and some good stuff is happening there. I think so. Yeah, but we'll see. Look at Solana, which kind of predictably, hasn't done well. It's still recovering. That 3 week is good. Monthly almost there. Actually, let's see. This time we had a red X in the month. First time ever here. Could be a nice bottom signal, or it could be much worse. Who the hell knows? But that 2 week trigger I like right here. 2 week trigger I kind of like. Hmm. 136 right there. Virtual, yeah, let's look at that in a second, yeah. Potential drop back to there. Dixie should come up a bit, which would help out inflation, be more of a, yeah, we'll see. Virtual, yeah, let's look at virtual. It's probably, okay. So, yeah, nice run up and now some consolidation. Look, I mean, yeah, it consolidates a little bit, maybe comes down a little bit lower, then jumps up, yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. See what happens. I mean, I feel like it's kind of gearing up to be like a slower week overall, but I think a lot of people are waiting to see what the hell Powell says, because I think Powell doesn't even know what he's going to say. Maybe not. I mean, most predictably, I kind of want to say they'd end QT, but who knows? MACD, I don't care about the MACD. There's other stuff that basically tells us the same thing. Trigger wave forming, good enough for a MACD for me. I mean, I think S&P 500 is going to probably keep going here in all likelihood. That 2-week green, I mean, yeah, I had a few there. I mean, you could easily, let's just see, I mean, normal patterns for this. I mean, what does this normally do? I mean, the green Heikin-Ashi candles, I mean, new all-time high by August. You know, you could even, you know, just comparing it to this would be an end-of-year trajectory. You know, 660. That's Bitcoin at 150K, I would guess. You know, probably your high point would be 700 end of year. I don't know if you're going to get there, but who knows? I mean, from these highs, not impossible to get 13% from, you know, kind of your 2024 highs, you know, typical year for S&P 500. Usually what it does. So, yeah. I mean, how much would you be up if you bought the dip on this? 14%. That's why the S&P 500 is not. I mean, I'm not saying it's like, I think the NASDAQ is the new S&P 500 now. 20%, that's something, you know what I mean? That's something. And if we look at that 2-week green Heikin-Ashi candles, you know, I don't know what you'd compare this to, maybe here. You know, I'm trying to find like a significant drop and then a push, you know, and then an improvement, you know, right there. So you got a possibility for 600 by end of year. I could see it definitely. There's enough volatility there, I would say. Let's see, Bit Tensor, the Ethereum, this crypto side. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd say it's the Ethereum of the cycle, but yeah, it's a nice double bottom there. Oh wait, I thought this was around for. Hold on. Yeah, there's not. Okay, there we go. Yeah, no, it looks decent. I think it could do something. I don't know a ton about this project. I know it got obviously slaughtered after. It hasn't done too much. Still down a good amount, but trying to jump up. So, yeah, no, I think there's a good amount. I think there's some potential here. That will be 4 years old in December. Yeah, it's at his 4th birthday. Okay. Pretty young still. And Bitcoin came out in 2009. But I mean, really no one knew about it until 2011. So yeah. It's proof of work now? I didn't even know that. Interesting. I mean, obviously the biggest thing that's really proof of work other than Bitcoin is, in terms of market cap, I think is what, Litecoin? It's Bitcoin Cash maybe? I don't know, but Litecoin would be bigger than Bitcoin Cash. Making higher lows for a long time here. Kind of like that for Litecoin. I mean, Charlie Lee doesn't even own it, but who knows? Can it? Yeah, I kind of feel like you're going to get back up to that point. That's going to be a big turning point for Litecoin. Can you get back up there? I don't know. Tough to say. Man, 2018 just all down. 16. I'm trying to, if you got in here. So you're making higher lows, but you're not making higher highs. It's a weird one. Yeah, 2009 Bitcoin, yeah. But I mean, that was really, yeah. Just thinking like 2009, Obama's first term, like what was going, yeah, I mean, that was kind of like the depths of, S&P 500. I don't know if it came out in the beginning of 2009. Well, let's actually look at that. I forgot the exact all-time history index. I think this is the best one to look at for that. November of 09, okay. I remember 09, so I was about 12 years old. And yeah, I'm just thinking about like world events in 09, where we were with the technology and all that. I mean, about obviously 16 years ago now. That's iPhone 3GS, I think, or yeah, iPhone 4 was the FaceTime. That was the first iPhone where it was really like, whoa, like this is cool. You know what I mean? First two, the first '08 iPhone. I mean, that was kind of Charlie Sheen had that in 2.5 Men, but it wasn't really too spectacular in some ways. But then, yeah, the Gen 3. Oh, 3GS was, I think, in 09 or whatever. Maybe it was '07 was the iPhone, the first gen iPhone. It was '07 or '08, I think. It probably was '07, yeah. And then they had the 3GS, and the iPhone 4. And then for marketing purposes, after a few years, they stopped with the S part, 4S and 5S. That's what 4 and 4S is when everybody got the iPhone. I remember when I was freshman in high school, pretty much everyone started to get it. That was the big difference of that, that decade. Like that was really the decade of the iPhone, 2010 to 2020. And then since 2020, like the differences of the models, that technology didn't improve that much there in the last kind of 5 years, and now it's kind of self-driving car, electric cars is the big thing that blew up. Tesla, the AI, yeah, obviously the AI thing, but that was 2023. Life goes by so fast because ChatGPT now came out a little over 2 years ago. It was like beginning of 23, but it's obviously it's quite a bit better now, ChatGPT, than it was. Yeah, I mean, people are still posting about the AI. It is scary too. What the CEO of Fiverr said, it's like AI is after your job, not just your job, my job too. But I mean, people always like to talk. Who knows? 08 got invited to Facebook and Twitter. Okay. Yeah, I mean, people. Yeah, and 09 is when Facebook got big. Yeah, Facebook was getting bigger. Twitter, that was always kind of a thing, but Twitter was weird back then. I don't remember it too well. MySpace was still somewhat significant in 08. I think it really started to die out in 09, 010 or whatever. I'm surprised the MySpace guy wasn't able to adapt too much and keep it, you know what I mean? Because like the younger generation, like, I mean, people in there probably... Would they even know what MySpace is? People that are like 18 years old right now or 20, I don't know. I wonder if they would even know what MySpace is. Let's see. What's up, James? The Qs. Oh, the Qs and the triple Q, you mean? WorldCoin. All right, let's take a look. I knew somebody who told me good things about WorldCoin. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Not the best thing. Maybe if you could jump higher. And where was, this didn't, a little bit of fun in December and then nope. Yeah. Let's see. Crunk. What was I gonna say here? What was, somebody asked me to look at something and I forgot what the hell it was. I don't think it was WorldCoin. It was the Qs on the monthly. Yeah, it was the. Well, that was good on the not agreeing to Higanashi yet. I think it got on the SPY, but yeah. Oh no, there it is. Yeah, no, I think it's pretty good. if we look at previous, I mean, you could be in a nice trajectory. I mean, let's just see from that low to, I mean, I don't know if this is going to freaking double in that amount of time. Who the hell knows? Maybe it will. Trump's economy, who knows? But, it could be more flat, like this maybe. It's possible too. Yeah, next few trajectory into the next few years. 27. Yeah, you may see a good 2027, 2 years away. So I think there's a lot of good things. But each person will be able to do more. Should be more abundance, funds, yeah, I mean, there's good and bad. The problem is, like, when people are able to do more, then you have more competition and all that. But it is a positive sum game at the end of the day, so I think I agree with you. Let's mark it down because people are scared. Doesn't know. Probably. It's probably one of the reasons. So yeah. Probably one of the reasons why the market's down. So we got that for ETH, Bitcoin. Yeah, I think right now, I mean, kind of just wait a little bit, see what happens. If you guys are interested in trading, I don't know if I would enter anything at the moment. Well, I mean, that short setup potentially had some potential. Check out the link down below, or the pinned chat for BloFin. You get 10% cash back on your first deposit, capped at 3K futures bonus, which is really good. So you deposit 30K, you get 3K futures bonus, 10% cash back for life. And yeah, trying to think here. BYDFI, 15% cashback bonus, 10% off your fees for life as well. Bitcoin conference, 10% off my link as well. And then don't forget, if you do sign up to any of these, deposit at least $100, give you one free month in Aldo Empire VIP Discord. Just open a support ticket with your UID or your email. So yeah, let's see, flow. Yeah, I mean, from that low, I remember 23. You had a nice jump up there, which was nice. I mean, I was pretty good, and then, you know what I mean? Brother. I think there's some potential. We definitely got to see. I mean, some of these ones that made lower lows, like they may not, they probably will. A lot of them probably will not come back to make new all-time highs, unfortunately, but we'll see. Do I think WorldCoin? I don't know if it looks the best right now, man. It could. There's a lot of hype behind it. I don't know. Tough to say, man. Total 3. Making higher lows there. Yeah, I think a lot of these, yeah, I mean, that could be an interesting trajectory, like September. You see that for total 3, and then maybe one last jump up into the end of the year. That could be possible. That could be possible. Maybe that's the place where you start to DCA out. If that's around October, yeah, that'd be a place to start to slowly get out of the market, I would say. Maybe. On May 24, last May. Rejecting from there. Helium's not I don't know. Helium's not. I think there's trigger waves forming, but yeah, I mean, it is a little iffy, but I do like helium. I think there'll be some, I think you got a good shot at that even. But yeah, I mean, there's so many alts. It's just, we're just not quite there yet, but we're like close, you know what I mean? Our lows and CRO, yeah, we're just not seeing anything happen now, between, yesterday and today. So yeah. Yeah, but nah, it looks good for ETH. May, I think even hopefully could get up to 2100, maybe even higher for ETH. 2100 could still be the goal, maybe even higher this month, maybe. So yeah. But we got our green April. That's what we needed. Needed our green April. Let's see. There's still red there, but yeah, you're gonna get that red or green Heiken-Ashi relatively soon. Relatively. What's up, Victor? Hope you guys are doing well. But yeah, we're getting there. I mean, I'm trying to think what else I should look at. There's not a ton else to really look at that I haven't already. Let's look at whatever non-biased CNN is saying. CNBC, of course. Excuse me. Canada won't be for sale. I wonder how that would work. You can't really. Yeah, like how would that happen? You really have to invade a country to. I forget how that would exactly work, but even if you had all the money to buy the GDP, would that be I don't know, which America doesn't have really. Crypto, AI stuff, Aki users scan the world, spots of map and navigating. It's like, wow. Oh, that almost reminds me of what you used to see in 24, where the guy's got the thing in his ear and they're able to go here or there. That's probably, the technology finally probably exists, but yeah. Wow. That is pretty cool. Aki. Yeah, we gotta look at it. Too new, making higher lows. Yeah, I could keep going, sure. Hard to say. Trigger wave right there. It doesn't look too good on that chart, I'll tell you that much. But that's just one chart, so we'll see. I'm trying to think here. Unno's not bad. I would say not bad, Trying to jump up a bit, not terrible. I think you could try eventually, do another cool thing like that or like that. It could be better than the last one even. I mean, that's true. I don't know about that. Yeah, actually, that's probably way too optimistic. But, here and then a drop and then maybe up to 4 something by end of year. There's potential, definitely. It's just we haven't, seen too much happen in the last few days. But yeah. Let's see here. TRX, I mean, that's just been boring, but definitely wanted to look at it. Yeah, and then now you're rejecting from that point. So it's weird. Like I would think it's not going to get that bad and more of your bullish things will kind of play out, but it is a little oversaturated in some of these, a little bit overbought in some of these time frames. Just curious about Lucid. Yeah, that's electric car ones if you weren't familiar. I feel like it's kind of all or nothing there. What's that other one? I remember it's so funny. I remember like one dude was telling me like it was at the end of 22 that this was like such a good, it was probably like it was starting to come back or whatever. That's a crazy thing too, because you look at how much S&P 500 recovered and now this is just bled. But somebody was telling me like when Bitcoin was at the bottom, Charlie Munger said Bitcoin's bad, yada yada, don't buy it. And like a Neo, I understand Neo, I know this because Charlie Munger, his principles, and Neo's gonna come back. It's not going back to $4 or whatever. Oh well. So much for that. But yeah, maybe it'll come back now. Kind of buy and die. We'll see. But yeah, just nothing there. Nothing there. Polestar. Never heard of that. What kind of catalyst pumps the market in a powerful way? Yeah, I mean that's the thing too for like everybody who just only looks at like fundamental stuff and is just like it's so unpredictable. Like I feel like all these fundamental people really well. I'm not bashing anybody. Fundamental technical people do the same exact thing, but like it's like they get so excited and then 2 days later it's like so negative. Like just the pendulum swing. It's like Jim Cramer kind of like No, it's like I'm sure it's better than whatever the hell he says, but in terms of like just changing your mind every 3.5 seconds, because it's just like I mean, it's like certain people always like, why is Bitcoin down 0.1%? Whoa, what I mean? It was like, I don't know. Like people sold, man. Like I don't. Price moves. Like I don't know. Does it matter? Polestar. So electric cars, it could do something here. It's tough to say, like Lucid or any of these. I mean, we'll see what happens. Sold. I thought it's a Chinese company, right? Yeah. 50 ain't too good of a number, right? Not the best number, I'll tell you that much. True down. So yeah, it could go either way. That's the thing too. You could kind of, it's kind of like what some people or what I do a lot of times too. And I have quite a bit of success with it. You do one trade, you do a short position like so. Like at this point, you'd probably want to go down back here, short position like that, and then you find this is only do this when the market's being really conflicting. And then kind of your long would be on one of these trigger waves, these like middle trigger waves here, and you would do something, something your stop loss would be probably there, something like that, assuming that we break up higher, could even up to 2,000. So, yeah. Let's see. USD1? I didn't even know that. Is that true? Well, I mean, what's the point of having another stable coin on the market? I mean, we already have that crap. But yeah, I mean, monthly on ETH, trigger wave, this month seems like it's going to be, you still got that monthly printing on an ETH Bitcoin. Can never confirm anything bullish on this, though. Never. But we'll see. Definitely have to see. Massive rally of a 3 day straight. Well, we'll see. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. When was the last FOMC in respect to the markets dumping? Because this is the first one after the dump, right? Yes, the markets were dumping beginning of April, I guess. Yeah, they were dumping beginning of April. Let's look at that. No, it doesn't even. Okay. Well, yeah, so they're always over a month spaced apart. So yeah, it was right after the last one that they. Yeah, so I can't imagine him sounding that hawkish. You know what I mean? Probably gonna be not too hawkish. July is what we have, so it's factoring in 3 rate cuts, I think, right, into the end of the year. Yeah, October would be where you'd see the last one. So once that gets factored in, and price would be around the summer. Or late summer. It's the 2 billion. People are buying, man. People are buying. That would tell you we should come up. However, it could take time. But yeah, But then again, I mean, there's always, you know, when you that's just fundamental, you know, fundamental stuff. There's always something bullish fundamental on anything, you know. Like FTT or Luna Classic. What happened with Do Kwon? Is he in prison now? I don't even know. Interesting pattern here. This probably done better than a lot of other alts, FTT coin. But let's look at Luna. Yeah, it's still on Binance. Yeah, this is the class. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that was it. I mean, obviously, there's no way you would have been able to. Come on, to get in at that bottom, 300%. But yeah. Indie futures. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that MICE. Yeah, definitely using both fundamentals and technicals. I mean, fundamentals would always be bullish on crypto, I would say. There's always something, you know. I mean, El Salvador bought based on fundamentals at the exact top in 2021, and it worked out somewhat well. Yeah, not terrible. I mean, they're up. We did just make a new all-time high against the NASDAQ, so there you go. Money flow coming out there. It looks good in the daily, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's something happening there. Something's happening with VRA. Tell you that much. Something's going on with VRA. I don't know what, but yeah. Wow. Wow. There you go. And nobody's really talking about it yet. I mean, if it comes back up here, people probably start talking about it, or if, especially anything over a cent, people are going to get real excited. Because now you're currently only down, you know, 95%. So, yeah. I mean, Ponzi's, Celsius, Luna. Oh, yeah, that's a Celsius token. That's probably like delisted from so many places. Yeah, that was like right when it. That's when. Okay, yeah, that was around when it died out, I think, or it had the recovery, and then yeah, 11 cents. So yeah, not too much going on. I feel like this is like that, just the classic like. Damn, like yeah, safe fucking. Excuse the language. Safe moon, like just the classic meme coin or classic like scam token that they keep revamping or whatever. Oh, there was another one that was a complete garbage. Yeah, this I think. It's not. Yeah, it's not even. Yeah. Or remember Dennis Rodman pod token. I'm trying to fight back a little bit. Somebody's got to revamp BBQ. That was I learned about that from Ben Cow when he was talking about some of the old. People have probably tried to revamp it, but no cigar. Or how about Bitcoin 2? Bitcoin 2. That's just hilarious, yeah. We were talking about, yeah, and like I think late, was it 23? Or we were like talking about it there. We just screwing around with it, but yeah. Per Celsius, it's at 0. Nothing. Or do you mean the energy drink could be a different Celsius, not Mashinsky? Oh, he's gonna get sentenced pretty soon. How long did he get in? When does he get sentenced? In June or something, Mashinsky? Wonder how long he'll get in prison. Mashinsky. 58 crypto. Buy signal. Well, yeah, I mean, it's down so much since its inception. I mean, obviously, most people lost money on Trump coin as most people lose money in crypto to begin with. I mean, let's be real. But, yeah, in terms of, like, people ahead or down. AMP is dying. AMP was always the crypto face used to always joke about AMP. Oh, did crypto face upload recently or live stream? I think he might have recently or this morning. What was he saying? I gotta watch that. I missed that. Let's see. When Trump went lost, it was so cool. I wish it. Yeah. Well, down quite a bit, but it could try to recover here. Maybe we'll see. I know on Rarible. Let's see the NFT collection. Yeah, I was looking at that. Take a look. See here. Or they seem frozen. Yeah, your floor price is always the same here. Wait a second. No, there's something sleazy. They're not worth that much, I don't think. Yeah, because the highest, yeah, that's more. They took them off Magic Eden. I thought they were trying to put them on. Maybe these just go to zero then? I don't know. Maybe they just end up going to zero because you can't get much. How could you? They're not on Magic Eden, I don't think. They're on I don't even. Why am I forgetting the Ethereum? Oh, are they back now? They put them back? That's more like it. $100. Yeah, they must have put them back. They were trying to put them on crypto.com, but yeah. Surprised he picked Polygon out of all the. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, Palantir, yeah. I know about it. AI company. Meme coins and their follower now. Jeez. Yeah, I could see ICE how that's. Yeah, it's definitely not the best thing for your mental health. The damn meme community and all that shit. Yeah. Anyway. Let's look at Palantir. Come on. Yeah, double top. I mean, that could be. I don't know. Does CryptoFace think it's gonna keep going? This could be it for this. But 2 week. I mean, you could keep. It's hard to say. Nobody really knows. But yeah, that double top, I don't like the best here. Just given that it's come up so damn much. But we'll see. I mean, yeah. Trigger wave. NVIDIA. I would think this would probably double top sometime in the summer, end of year, and then bounce around more, and then eventually make a new all-time high in within the next 5 years or something. Like, I don't think it's gonna. It's obviously not gonna be like this insanity. I mean, what was this? Yeah, 10x. Oh my God! Wow, that's insane. That came up so much. 800. Let's see. Says it 800. Wow. I guess it can't. I don't know anything about it. What's the market cap? What would the? What's the? Yeah, PLTR. He really said that 800. Wow. He knows something I don't. Then. Okay. 250 bill. That'd be a $2 trillion company. 2 trillion. Yeah, about a $2 trillion. Close to a $2 trillion company. Would it be one of the biggest companies? Yeah. I mean, it was okay. Yeah, it was pretty big back in 2021, and then Yeah. Yeah, it could be. Who knows? Tough to say. But right now we got the double top. You know, it does look a little overheated. But then again, Bitcoin dominance looks overheated, and that still keeps going up. So, you know, it's tough to say, obviously. Nobody really knows. But, you know, if we look at our 2 week here, money flow coming down, potential bear div. Money flow's looking pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I could see that 66. I know Ben Cowan's talked about 66 a lot. I think it is looking like it may be. What could prevent it from going to 66? I don't know. Maybe Powell ending QT tomorrow. Who the hell knows? Like in the Amazon early days. Well, I mean, when was Amazon at $250 billion market cap? I mean, was it always really? I mean, let's see. I mean, it's at $2 trillion now. It's 1/4 the size of Amazon, so you would get a 4x to get to Amazon's thing. I mean, unless, yeah, I know the companies keep getting bigger and bigger, but yeah. I mean, how known was Amazon? Palantir, yeah, it's like, I feel like it's just so different. Like Amazon's just so different than Palantir. It's hard to compare. It probably, yeah, I mean, what would you have gotten from 11 to 20x from there? Wow. Trigger waves and such, yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Amazon can make a new all-time high by end of year. Amazon's so... The thing I like about Amazon is, you know how like when you're on Prime Video and you like subscribe to like one of their things on there, like I don't know, $10 a month, $20 a month for, you know, there's certain channels on there or whatever to watch content. And then you can't cancel it on there. You have to go on the web to cancel it. And even their subscriber stuff I heard too is hard to get. They make it so complicated on purpose. It's so genius. They're scummy. How can we just scam people? But it's their meetings there, yeah. Freaking what's his name? Dr. Evil, Jeff Bezos. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's probably true. People are excited about the next FOMC meeting. Anyway, guys, there's not much else to really talk about. Like the 2 week on ETH versus Bitcoin. Tough to say exactly. I'm more in the bull camp right now, but I am hedging the bet a little bit with one short, but more so bullish. I think we do need to kind of wait for what Powell, you know, has to say. Excuse me. Definitely have to wait to see what Powell has to say, but we'll see. And if you guys, really good opportunities. If you guys are interested in trading, check out BloFin, 10% for fees for life. In addition, 10% cash back on your first bonus, up to 3K, limited to first 50 users. I think we got at least 10, or at least quite a few spots open. I don't know the exact number, but there's enough for now. Check it out before it expires on April. Oh my. Hold on a second. Damn it. I thought we restarted this. Hold on. We redid this again. It should come up. I just didn't refresh it. Yeah. May 11th. Same thing. So yeah, it ends May 11th. I don't know if we'll be able to refresh it again. Hopefully we will. Who knows? But 10% cash back on your fees for life. Similar thing with BYDFI, 15% cash back. I think it's capped at a lower amount though. 10% for your fees for life. Bitcoin conference, 10% off of your ticket with my link down below. If you buy a Bitcoin conference ticket, deposit any of the exchanges down below, at least $100. Remember to open a support ticket with your email or your UID. Aldo Empire VIP Discord, give you one for a month. Nightshade came out, got a really good community, a lot of good stuff in there. Check it out. I do one-on-one call, or not one-on-one, but group calls, group voice calls with you guys from time to time. So Check it out if you guys are interested.